Have you ever held a penny in your hand and wondered if it might be worth more than just 1 cent? What if I told you that a small copper coin from the year 2000, specifically the 2000D 1 cent coin, could be hiding a surprising value? In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2000D Lincoln penny. We'll explore its unique history, its features, how many were made, and what makes some of these coins worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. Make sure you watch till the end, because I'll reveal one rare version of this coin that's turning heads in the collector community. You might just have one in your pocket change. Let's take a trip back in time to the year 2000. The United States Mint was producing billions of pennies as part of everyday currency circulation. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, had long become a staple of American coinage. By the year 2000, the Lincoln Memorial reverse design had already been in use for over 40 years. The 2000D penny, minted at the Denver Mint, features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this portrait is one of the most iconic in American coinage. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo and first introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The Denver Mint placed its signature D mint mark under the year 2000 on the front of the coin. This mint mark is what helps collectors identify where the coin was produced. While this penny may seem like just another coin in your change jar, it holds more story than meets the eye. Now, let's talk numbers. In the year 2000, the Denver Mint struck approximately 8.85 billion 1 cent coins. Yes, you heard that right, billions. This makes the 2000D Lincoln cent one of the more common modern-day pennies. But don't let that fool you. Among those billions, there are rare varieties, die errors, and high-grade specimens that are turning up in coin collections and auctions all across the country. Many of these pennies were used in daily transactions, vending machines, and even tossed into fountains for wishes. But some survived in pristine condition, and that's where things get exciting for collectors. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin stand out. Obverse, front, a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln with the words, "In God We Trust." Above his head, Liberty, to the left, and the year 2000 with the D mint mark to the right. Reverse, back, the Lincoln Memorial in all its detailed glory, with the words, "United States of America." On top, "E pluribus unum." Above the memorial, and 1 cent, at the bottom. Metal composition. By the year 2000, the Lincoln cent was no longer made mostly of copper. Instead, it was made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. This change had been implemented in 1982 due to rising copper prices. So, what is the 2000D penny really worth? If you find a circulated one in average condition, it's probably worth face value, just 1 cent. But don't stop there. If the coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in regular commerce and retains its original mint luster, the value can jump significantly. Mint state 60 to 63. These are uncirculated coins with minimal marks. They can be worth 10 to 50 cents. Mint state 65. These are higher grade uncirculated coins. They often sell for $1 to $5. Mint state 67 and above. This is where it gets exciting. Coins graded MS 67 or higher are considered superb quality and are much rarer. Some of these coins have sold for over $100, and even up to $500 or more, depending on the market and demand. And that's not all. There are rare era coins from this year that can skyrocket the value even higher. Let's talk about the jackpot. Point 1. Off-center strikes. These coins were misaligned during the minting process. Depending on how off-center the strike is, these errors can fetch anywhere from $20 to $150 or more. Point 2. Double die errors. These are coins where the design appears double due to a die misalignment. While a double die on the reverse of the 2000D penny is extremely rare, any such coin can be worth hundreds if verified. Point 3. Broad strikes and clipped planchets. Coins that were improperly cut or struck outside the collar can also be highly desirable to collectors. These oddities can bring in $25 to $100 or more depending on how dramatic the error is. Point 4. Transitional planchet errors. Extremely rare but exciting. This would involve a 2000D penny struck on the wrong metal planchet. Though none are widely documented, if found, it would be a major discovery. Now that you know what to look for, here are some tips if you're hunting for valuable 2000D pennies. Always check for sharpness and shine. Uncirculated coins are worth much more. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to inspect for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Store your coins properly using coin flips, holders, or albums to protect them from damage. Get high-grade coins professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC if you suspect they're worth more. Certified coins sell for more money at auctions. Let's talk real sales. Here are some eye-opening numbers. A 2000D Lincoln Cent graded MS68 read by PCGS sold for over $1,000 at auction due to its exceptional condition. A dramatic off-center error sold on eBay for over $150. A collector reportedly found a 2000D penny with an extreme double die and sold it for nearly $800 through a private collector's network. That's why checking your change isn't just fun, it could be profitable. So, there you have it. The full story of the 2000D 1 cent coin. A coin that most people overlook, but some collectors cherish. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coins, the 2000D penny proves that treasure can still be found in plain sight. Have you checked your coin jar lately? You might be sitting on a hidden gem. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin stories, values, and rare discoveries. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we explore the world of rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting modern pennies, the 1998 1 cent coin, also known as the 1998 Lincoln Cent. You might think a penny minted just a couple of decades ago isn't worth much, but you'd be surprised at what this tiny coin could be hiding. From minting details and errors to the top dollar auction sales, this video will tell you everything you need to know about the 1998 penny and how some of them can be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars today. So grab your coin jar, stay tuned till the end, and let's uncover the secret story of the 1998 penny. Let's begin with a quick look at the history behind this coin. The 1998 1 cent coin belongs to the long-running Lincoln Cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This series has become one of the most collected coins in American history. By 1998, the penny featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained virtually unchanged for decades. On the reverse, we still see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which was first introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. But what makes 1998 special isn't just the design. It's what lies beneath the surface, the minting variations and potential errors that turn an ordinary-looking coin into a collector's goldmine. In 1998, the United States Mint struck pennies at two locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which produced over 5.2 billion pennies without a mint mark; the Denver Mint, which added a small D mint mark under the date and produced over 5.8 billion coins. Yes, you heard that right, over 11 billion pennies were minted in total. With that kind of number, it might sound like this coin should be very common. And it is, but rarity is only one factor. The condition, mint errors, and unique varieties are what truly make some of these coins valuable. The 1998 penny is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, which had been the standard since 1982 when the mint transitioned from the all-copper cents due to rising metal costs. It weighs 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and features a smooth edge. The obverse shows Lincoln's portrait facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial with "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent inscribed. But among these billions of coins, something very unusual happened in 1998. a rare variety that shocked collectors. One of the biggest discoveries in the 1998 penny series is the wide AM, reverse variety. Normally, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse are very close together. This is known as the close AM design. But in 1998, due to a die mix-up at the mint, a small number of pennies were struck using a reverse die meant for proof coins. This created a spacing error, the wide AM variety. And here's where it gets exciting. This mistake turns an ordinary penny into a very desirable collector's item. Depending on its condition, the 1998 wide AM penny can sell for between $50 and over $500. In mint state condition, especially MS65 and above, it can reach even higher. So the next time you're going through change, take a closer look at the back of that 1998 penny. If there's a visible space between the A and M in America, you might just have a small fortune in your hand. Besides the wide AM, collectors have also found other valuable errors on the 1998 penny, such as doubled die obverse, where the lettering appears doubled, especially on Liberty, or In God We Trust. Off-center strikes, coins that are not properly aligned and have missing parts of the design die cracks and cuts, where breaks in the die cause raised lines or blobs on the coin. Surface clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin appears cut off. Some of these errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on how dramatic and rare the mistake is. So how much is a 1998 penny really worth? Let's break it down. A regular 1998 penny from circulation is usually worth 1 cent, unless it's in pristine uncirculated condition. In mint state, meaning untouched by circulation and graded MS60 to MS70, its value can range from $5 to $25. A 1998 wide AM penny in high grade can sell for $100 to $500 or more, and if you have one with a rare error or double die, prices at auction have reached over $1,000 in exceptional cases. That's right, a coin you might overlook every day could be worth more than a month's rent, or even more, if you're lucky. Here's what to do: flip the coin and check America. If the A and M are far apart, you may have a wide AM. Check the mint mark. Philadelphia versions have no mint mark. Denver coins have AD. Examine the coin under magnification for any doubling or striking errors. Weigh the coin. It should be around 2.5 grams. Anything much heavier might be a wrong planchet error. Check coin grading charts. The higher the grade, the more value you can fetch. And finally, never clean your coins. That can destroy the value instantly. So there you have it, the full story of the 1998 1-cent coin. From a humble Lincoln penny to a potential goldmine with the wide AM variety, this coin is proof that even modern cents can be worth a small fortune. If you've got a coin collection, or even just a jar of spare change, take a few minutes to go through your 1998 pennies. You never know, you might be sitting on a rare treasure. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin content, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you found a 1998 wide AM or any other cool coin. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting, and may your change bring you riches. The 1994 Lincoln cent comes from a long and rich history that dates all the way back to 1909. That was the year the Lincoln cent was first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of Lady Liberty. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and has since become one of the most recognizable coins in American history. In 1994, the Denver Mint struck over 7 billion Lincoln cents, marked with a tiny D mint mark just below the year on the obverse side. This was a time when pennies were still primarily made from copper-plated zinc, a composition introduced in 1982 to reduce production costs. Despite its high mintage, not all 1994 D cents are equal. Some are hiding secrets that collectors would pay a fortune to discover. The obverse of the 1994 D penny features the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" appear at the top, Liberty is inscribed to the left of Lincoln, and the year 1994 with the D mint mark sits to the right. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the monument. The coin's composition is 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, weighing approximately 2.5 grams with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Most 1994D pennies you'll find in circulation are worth exactly 1 cent. That's right, just face value. But don't be discouraged yet, because there's much more to the story. Uncirculated coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS65 and above, can sell for significantly more. As of now, a 1994D penny in MS65 condition can fetch anywhere between $5 to $15 depending on eye appeal and the market demand. And if you go even higher, MS67 or MS68, the value can jump to over $100. Now here's where things get really exciting. While the 1994D penny is common in general, rare minting errors can turn this everyday coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. Some of the most valuable errors include double die obverse, DDO look for doubling in Lincoln's eye, the words liberty, or in God we trust. Off-center strike, if the coin is struck off-center by 10% or more, especially with full date and mint mark visible, collectors will pay a premium, up to several $100s depending on the percentage of the misstrike.BI error. This is where a small die break appears between the B and E in the word liberty, making it look like there's an extra letter I, a popular collectible quirk. Clipped planchets. These are coins with part of the edge literally clipped off during production. These quirky coins can fetch between $20 to $100. Broad strikes or die caps, extremely rare but very valuable. Some have sold for over $500. In some shocking cases, a perfectly preserved 1994D Lincoln cent with a major error has sold for over $1,000 at auction. You might be wondering, how can a coin that costs just 1 cent to make be worth thousands? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and collector demand. A coin struck with a rare error and preserved in flawless condition is like finding a hidden treasure. The fewer that exist, the more valuable they become. For example, if you find a 1994D penny with a major double die error in mint state condition, you could be looking at a coin worth over $5,000. One known broad strike error from this year sold for a whopping $1,200 because of its unique pattern. These coins are out there, in pocket change, in old jars, in forgotten piggy banks. If you want to increase your chances of finding a valuable 1994D penny, here's what you need to do. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect fine details like doubling or die cracks. Weigh your coins. A normal 1994D penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. Any major difference could mean an error or wrong planchet. Look for coins in brilliant, uncirculated condition. Fewer scratches mean higher value. Store potential finds in coin flips or holders. Keeping them protected preserves value. Get them graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC if you believe you've found something special. So the next time you get change from the store, don't just toss those pennies aside. That 1994D Lincoln cent could be hiding a rare error or an uncirculated gem that turns out to be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Every coin has a story, and some of those stories come with a very big paycheck. So check your coins, do your research, and never underestimate the value of a single cent. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future rare coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you found any rare pennies, and let's talk treasure. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows, your next big find might just be in your pocket right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're passionate about coin collecting or just curious about the value of everyday change, you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into the story of the 1994 1-cent coin, a small but fascinating piece of American history. Whether you have one in your pocket, in your drawer, or inside an old jar at home, you might be surprised at how much it's really worth. So make sure you watch this video until the end because we're going to uncover everything from its origin, design, mintage, rare errors, to how much money this coin could actually bring you today. Let's start with the background. The 1994 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent, continues the iconic legacy that began in 1909 with the introduction of the Lincoln penny. This coin features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and was originally created to commemorate the centennial of his birth. In 1994, the coin retained the same core design elements that had become familiar to generations of Americans. The obverse side of the coin displays the famous right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, which was designed by Victor David Brenner more than 85 years earlier. His initials VDB are subtly engraved on the truncation of Lincoln's shoulder. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial still stood proudly, a design created by Frank Gasparo in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. You'll notice that if you look closely, you can even see the tiny figure of Lincoln seated in the statue inside the memorial, a small but powerful detail. In 1994, the coin was struck in two major locations: the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark and the Denver Mint, which carries a D mint mark located just below the year. By 1994, the Lincoln cent had undergone a major change in its composition. Originally minted in 95% copper, the penny had transitioned to a copper-plated zinc core starting in 1982. So the 1994 penny is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, which makes it weigh about 2.5 grams. The diameter of the coin is 19.05 millimeters, and its thickness is 1.52 millimeters. Although these specs may seem ordinary, what makes the 1994 cent special lies in the details, condition, and rare error varieties that sometimes sneak through the minting process. Now let's talk numbers. The United States Mint produced a massive number of 1994 pennies. From the Philadelphia Mint, over 6.5 billion coins were struck. And from the Denver Mint, nearly 7.1 billion coins were produced. In total, more than 13.6 billion 1-cent coins were released into circulation in 1994. With such high mintage, most 1994 pennies you find today will have only face value, just 1 cent, especially if they are worn or damaged. But don't be discouraged yet, because there are exceptions. And those exceptions can be worth a surprising amount. Here's where things get really interesting. Coin collectors and treasure hunters are always on the lookout for error coins, and the 1994 penny has some incredible examples. Some of the most valuable errors include off-center strikes, when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. A 1994 penny struck 50% off-center in high grade can be worth between $50 and $200. Double die obverse. This is when the design is struck twice and slightly misaligned. If you have a 1994 penny with noticeable doubling on the date, Liberty, or Lincoln's Eye, it could sell for hundreds of dollars depending on its condition. Clipped planchet. A portion of the coin appears to be missing, almost like someone cut a piece out. This type of error is quite rare and can bring anywhere from $20 to $100. Broad-struck coins. These coins were struck without a proper collar, causing them to spread out more than usual. A 1994 broad-struck cent in mint state can fetch a collector's premium of $50 to $150. Wrong planchet errors. Extremely rare. But if a 1994 cent was struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet, the value could skyrocket to thousands of dollars. What about coins in pristine condition? A 1994 1-cent coin in average circulated condition is worth exactly 1 cent. But if you have one that is in mint state condition, especially graded MS65 or higher by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC, the value can increase significantly. For example, a 1994 Philadelphia cent graded MS67 red has sold at auction for over $300. A 1994 D cent graded MS68 red has reached a value of more than $600. Special strikes, especially proof coins minted in San Francisco with an S mint mark, can be worth $10 to $30 depending on grade. The key to high value is simple: condition, rarity, and demand. The redder the coin, meaning the more luster it retains, and the fewer marks or scratches, the higher the value. coins with full original red color, and no spotting or damage are highly desirable among collectors. So, how much can this coin be worth in circulation? While the average 1994 penny is worth 1 cent, coins with rare errors or those found in uncirculated rolls can be worth anywhere from $20 to over $1,000. Imagine finding a 1994 double die or off-center coin in your change. It could easily pay for a weekend trip or more. Collectors love searching through rolls of pennies from banks, estate sales, or old coin jars in hopes of spotting a rare error. And who knows, you might already have one sitting in your house without even realizing it. So there you have it, the full story of the 1994 1-cent coin. From its long-standing Lincoln design and historical roots to its billion-strong mintage and hidden gems in the form of rare errors, this humble penny proves that even the smallest coin can hold a big story and a bigger value. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming episodes where we uncover more hidden treasures in everyday coins. Also, let me know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable penny in your change? What's the rarest coin in your collection? Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting, everyone! Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel where history meets hidden wealth. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a coin that you might just have lying around in your pocket or jar at home, the 1993 1-cent coin from the United States. You won't believe how much some of these coins are worth today, especially if they have rare errors or unique conditions. So stay with me until the very end, because you might be holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's rewind the clock to 1993. The United States was buzzing with technological growth, early internet excitement, and a booming economy. But behind all of that, millions of 1-cent coins were being minted, quietly becoming part of everyday commerce. The 1993 penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, continued the long legacy of Abraham Lincoln's portrait gracing the front, or obverse, of the coin. This design was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday and was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic image has become one of the most recognized in American numismatics. On the reverse side, we still see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. This design remained in place until 2008. Now, let's talk about what this coin is made of. The 1993 penny is not like the old wheat cents made of mostly copper. By this time, the U.S. Mint had already transitioned to a more cost-effective composition. Each 1993 1-cent coin is composed of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, using a copper-plated zinc core. This change began in 1982 to reduce production costs as copper prices soared. These coins were minted at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, Denver Mint with a D mint mark, San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, but only for proof coins intended for collectors. Now, how many of these coins were made? Philadelphia Mint, over 5.6 billion coins. Denver Mint, around 6.4 billion coins. San Francisco Proofs, roughly 3.3 million coins. That's a massive total mintage of over 12 billion pennies in 1993. But even in such a large batch, there are rare gems hiding in plain sight. Most 1993 pennies you find in circulation today are worth just 1 cent. That's right. In average condition, they're still considered face value. But here's where it gets interesting. If your 1993 penny is in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value jumps significantly. Let's break it down. MS60 to MS63 grade. These coins can sell for 10 to 50 cents. MS65 red grade. Now we're talking $1 to $3. MS67 or higher. These premium grade coins can fetch between $25 and $75 or even more at auction, and that's just for regular mint coins. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint in flawless condition can be worth $5 to $15, depending on the market. Now for the part you've all been waiting for. How can a simple 1993 penny be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? It all comes down to errors and varieties. These are rare mint mistakes that occurred during production, and collectors go wild for them. Here are some to watch out for. Double die averse, DDO. This happens when the coin is struck with a die that has a doubled image, usually visible on the date or the word Liberty. Some 1993 DDO pennies have sold for over $200 to $500, depending on clarity and condition. Off-center strike. If the coin design is struck off the center, and especially if the date is still visible, it can be worth $50 to $250 or more. BIE error. A small die break between the letters B and E in Liberty forms what looks like a capital I. These BIE errors can go for $10 to $50 based on visibility. Clipped planchet. A coin that's missing a chunk from the side because of a miscut metal sheet. Values for clipped planchet errors can range from $20 to $100. Transitional errors or wrong planchet coins. Extremely rare. But if a 1993 penny was struck on a foreign planchet or leftover copper blank, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands. So, always check your pocket change carefully. You never know when you'll spot a minting miracle. You don't need to be a professional to check your coins. Here's what you can do right at home. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the date, lettering, and edges. Check for off-center designs or unusual shapes. Keep an eye out for shiny red coins. These are often in better condition and worth grading. If you think you've found something special, consider submitting your coin to professional graders like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade designation can greatly increase your coin's market value. And there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1993 1-cent coin. From billions minted to rare treasures hidden in plain sight, this little coin has a lot more history and value than you might expect. So the next time you get change from a store or check your piggy bank, keep an eye out for that 1993 penny. It might just make you rich. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video packed with money-making knowledge. Drop a comment below if you found any cool coins, and tell us what year you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep discovering the hidden wealth in your pocket.